I want to ask you a question. What's the difference between the secular and the religious? Is it that the religious believe in Hashem and the secular do not believe in Hashem? I don't think so. When the chips are down, we all believe in Hashem. There are no atheists in the foxhole. And in today's era, there are many foxholes. My Rebbe, the Ali Shua, said that the difference is in the belief in the greatness of man. I want to say the same thing a little differently. I want to say the difference is the belief in the power of change. We believe, we know that man can change. The belief in change, the power of change, is mind-boggling. One moment we're distant, we're disconnected, sunk in low thoughts, low-life thoughts, and miserable guilt. A little regret, awareness, and recognition of what's right and better for me. Opening up to Hashem and admitting our shortfallings, and a decisive determination not to return to these mistakes. And we are different people. The power of change is the secret of tshuva. I want to share something with you, but be careful how and with whom you quote me. It just might be controversial. If the criteria of a yeshiva's success is change, and we've written and spoken often from authoritative sources that it is, if the criteria of success is change, then there are not so many successful yeshivas today. No doubt that today there are more young people learning Torah. And more Torah is learned. That's amazing. And that's great. But that's not enough. Too many leave yeshivas without the tools and resolve to connect to Hashem and continue to grow. I don't mean to go through the motions. I mean rather to really connect. A vibrant intellectual awareness and a deep emotional feeling. It's a fact and it's alarming. There are an increasing number of dropouts from yeshivas, from kollalim, and previous B'nai Torah. People are talking now about the at-risk 30s. In an article last year, Rav Moshe Weinberger Shlita wrote, and I quote, "A large percent of those who attend Kiruv seminars and Shabbatonim are FFBs of all stripes and colors," end quote. If the yeshivas would give their talmidim that hashkafa and inspiration that they need to be secure and proud of their Jewishness, this won't happen. Rav Weinberger Shlita termed it a crisis and blamed, quote, "a billboard brand of frumkeit that is shallow and empty." But many of us don't want a shallow life, yet we lack the belief in the power of change. When I go to Tzfat, and I drove back today from Tzfat, I sit myself down alone, sometimes in a secluded, wooded hideaway, and I reaffirm my conviction in the power to change. And perhaps write down a few points that I need to work on to accomplish that change. But this can be done anywhere and any time. But it's especially potent during the precious moments of Elul. Please listen for a moment, even if this next topic I introduce seems to have nothing to do with you. It's not where you're holding. But this idea can be improvised and built upon, even if you are married, working, and scheduled out. To respond to this challenge, the challenge of Yeshivas teaching young people to connect to Hashem, Neveh is launching a third year, not necessarily third year, program to teach us how to connect to Hashem and nurture a meaningful relationship. What's a third year program? We need the learning, the iyun, the melis, the labor of the yeshivas. The musar, the hisbonenus, that's contemplation, and hisbodedus, the solitude of Rabbi Yisrael Salanta. We need the simcha and the hislavus of Chasidus, the enthusiasm. And we need practical advice and preparation for creating a home and shalom bayis. For this purpose, a third year program for Neveh and for those from other yeshivas that join us has been founded, featuring 1. An in-depth iyun morning seder with preparation, chazor, review, and check your progress, bechinos. Each Talmud will be given instruction during afternoon, evening seder how to prepare a chabura and deliver his own chabura. Why is it important to make a chabura? Because the work you put into it, you're going to realize that you are a lamdan, and that makes all the difference. 2, an afternoon Bekiya Seder, let's say covering 2 blot a week, and also with check your progress, Mivchan, on Thursdays. 3, a Musa Seder, a real Musa Seder, with Hadrocha, how to have a Musa Seder, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6:30 to 7. A Musa Seder given weekly by Neveh Rebbeim. And Neveh Rebbeim know how to give a Musa Sikha. A weekly Vad, to work on Midos, by making a Kabbalah's accepting work on ourselves. 5, a weekly Vad in addition to Prakta-Apps on creating a home and Shalom Bayis based on the Sefer Bayis U'Menucha. And finally, 6, a weekly shir on the history of the transmission of the oral law based on the Meiri, and as well a weekly shir on the concepts of Chasidus. If we have enough interested, either this man or the next man, we can make a specific training program of kiruv, but kiruv of at-risk youth. That also could be available. As the program develops, we hope to make special field trips to Gedolim and Shabbatonim, etc. If you're interested, or if you know somebody, alumni may know younger people that are interested. Or maybe take off a Zman, take off 3 weeks and join us. Please call me. My cell phone in Israel has an American line, 516-204-4112. Or if you're in Eretz Yisrael, call me at 052-765-1416. But whether this program is of interest to you or to others that you know, the important thing, the preparation for Elul, the preparation for Yom Hadin, Abolenu Latova, is to know that Hashem gave us a tremendous, tremendous gift, the power of change. Believing in the power of change is the key to growth, spiritual growth, renewal, and tshuva.